Satyam, can you, this question goes to you. Can you please, tell me what is the definition of reproduction?
What, ma'am?
What is the definition of reproduction?
The process in which new organism are producing existing organism is called reproduction.
Very good. Excellent, Satyam. Very good. Good. Excellent. So any other, Haripriya, would you like to take up? Do you have any other definition for this word? Do you want to add something to this?
Reproduction is increasing the count and also giving birth.
Correct. See, so reproduction actually happens in two ways. In plants as well as in animals, reproduction happens in two ways. Correct. So I'll just try and explain the literal meaning of the word. What is the, if you break up the word re means
Again.
Again and again, yes. And what is the meaning of the word production? All of you know the meaning of the word production. Very literal meaning of the word reproduction means to produce again and again of the same species. Same species matlab, if it's a mango tree, it will try and reproduce mango trees, more and more mango trees, right? If it is an orange tree, that orange tree will reproduce into more and more orange trees. It will not give rise to apple trees. So it has to be of the same species, right? So this is how it increases its own species.
Yes, ma'am.
Otherwise, growth of that species, we would have had just one orange tree in the entire world. But because it had seeds, because the seeds got dispersed, because, there were flowers, and the flowers gave birth to seeds, and from the seeds, new plants came up. That's the reason why now, yes, Pragya, that is what we will be studying in this chapter. It is a very interesting chapter. It is a very elaborate chapter. So please make notes whenever and wherever you feel like. Feel free to ask questions again and again. Correct? So now we straight away go to the chapter. Okay. Now, what is the role of a flower? What is the role of a flower in a plant? Okay. Ryan, can you answer? What is the role of a flower? How can flower help us?
Ma'am, there are medicinal plants.
I'm talking about flowers. Flowers. Fool, flower. What is the role? Yes, Haripriya.
Ma'am, flowers are used to make, decorate the house and used to make garlands.
Ma'am?
They are also used to put near the god.
Okay, great. So you're saying flowers are used for decorative purposes. Okay, all right. Vamika, you tell me, you wanted to answer. What else is flower used for?
Ma'am, can I tell?
Can I speak English because you asked me?
Vamika answer,
Yes.
then Pragya.
So I wanted to say that it attracts pollinators.
It attracts pollinators. So you're saying that flowers attract pollinators. Okay, that's good. Next, Pragya.
Ma'am, then when they are mature enough, they turn into fruits.
Okay, flowers turn into fruits. Okay, great, good. Who else wants to add up? Any points that you want to add? Yes, Yashika?
Seeds grow in a flower.
Seeds grow into flower. No, seeds don't grow into flower here. Seeds grow into saplings through germination. Okay, Darshil, do you want to add up? Okay, so the flower is the most beautiful and the most colorful part of a plant. Correct? Now let's discuss, why do we say beautiful? We say beautiful because it comes in so many different colors. You know, you name a color and the flower, you'll get a flower in that color. Pink, you know, mauve, magenta, peach, light yellow, you know, you just more, you know, lavender, name a color and you will get it in the most colorful way in a flower, right? So that adds to the beauty of it. It is colorful and beautiful. One. Second, you know, you will be surprised to know flowers also have beautiful aroma. Correct? Does so any of you have ever tried to understand from where the aroma has come and why at all do flowers have the aroma? Yes, blue color also, Pragya, correct. And you know, flowers have aroma. Why do they need to have an aroma? Beautiful, sweet smell, just to attract insects. Only to attract insects. Right? Yes, Pragya, to attract pollinators. Correct. Because these insects and birds really help them in pollination.
Ma'am,
And yes, Haripriya.
what is you were saying just now? Something aroma, no, ma'am.
Haripriya, you can make
What
yours.
is aroma?
Aroma means sweet smell. Aroma means sweet smell of a flower. What we call
Thank you, ma'am.
aroma means sweet smell of a flower. That's called an aroma. Okay. All right. So these are the decorative
Okay, ma'am.
part. Yeah, these are the decorative part and the colorful part of the flower. Next comes the reproduction of a plant. You know, flowers are called the reproductive part of a plant. Why? Because only because of the flower, you know, a plant can reproduce. We just learned about what is reproduction. So only because of a flower, please remember, the flower is the reproductive part of a plant. Only because of a flower can a plant give rise to another new plant. Otherwise, you know, if the plant did not have the flower, it would not have given rise to a new plant. But there is an exception. Many a times you might ask, so the plants which do not have flower will not give rise to new plants? No. The answer is many a times new plants also arise through vegetative reproduction. That is through stem, through roots.
Ma'am, then what about fruit plants?
What about?
Fruit plants, ma'am.
See, fruits will only come if there is flower. Fruits come from flower. Okay, please remember, that's the reason why, you know, I told you this chapter is very important. All your doubts and all your queries, questions will get answered. See, plants have flower. Please remember this, plants have flower. Flowers give rise to fruits and seeds. Okay, fruits. Okay, fruits have seeds. Seeds gives rise to saplings. From saplings comes plants. From plants comes trees. Will you remember this? So basically, plants have flower. Flowers have developed over a time. They develop into fruits. Fruits, every fruit has got seeds. If you have apple, if you have orange, if you have lime, you will see all of them have seeds. If you sow the seeds in soil, that will give rise to a sapling, baby plant. That sapling will grow up to be a plant and later grow up to
Ma'am,
be
what is a sapling?
sapling is a baby plant, small plant. Okay, a baby plant is called a sapling. All right. So that's the reason why if there was no flower, new plant would not have grown. Now, what are fruits are also formed from flowers. That's what I said. Fruits are formed from flowers. How it forms, that we will discuss today. Where does all this petal go? Where does all these things go? You know, how can this beautiful flower turn into a fruit? We will discuss this today. This is a modified shoot. Please remember, a flower is a modified shoot. You know, flower. Please make notes. Flower is a modified shoot. What is the meaning of a shoot? What is a shoot? Neha, can you answer what is a shoot?
Shoot is a sapling.
Shoot is not a sapling. Yashika, tell me.
The plant path without root.
Correct. Satyam is right. The plant part without root. Yashika, you have any other answer?
I was about to answer that.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, can I?
Yes. Please, to Pragya.
Ma'am, the shoot is the part of the plant above the ground.
Above the ground. So we call it an aerial part, whichever is there in the air, right? It is minus the root. Minus the root is called the shoot. Correct? So if there is a plant with stem, leaf, flower, bud, all of these are shoots. And only below the soil is root. So basically flower is a modified shoot. Shoot which is modified, matlab developed into something else, something beautiful. That is called a modified shoot. And they have internodes which are highly condensed. You know what is an internode? Okay, I'll just
No,
tell you
ma'am.
what. Okay, I'll tell you what is an internode. If you see the stem of a plant, you will see certain, certain long, bar-like things. Those are called internodes. Internodes, basically is the place between two nodes. Pragya, which portion do you want me to highlight? Which portion do you want me to repeat? Internodes. Yeah, that is what I'm saying. There are two portions in a stem. A stem of any plant will have two portions. One is called nodes, other one is called internodes. Right? What are nodes? What are internodes? Nodes are basically, straight horizontal lines that you will see in a stem. And the place between two internodes, place between two nodes is called an internodes. The area or the region between two nodes is called an internode. Right? So if I just show you an example, yeah. So if this is this where the leaf is, if this is a node and this is another node, so this entire portion is called an internode. It is nothing great, but I'm just telling you these portions. From node only a leaf will come or a flower will come. From every node there is a point. From every node a new leaf or a new stem will come. And there are certain places which is blank. Nothing will come out from there. That place is called an internode. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So, what happens in a flower? In a flower, the internodes are highly condensed. What do they mean when they say highly condensed? When they say highly condensed, that means internodes. The internodes are very close to each other. So internodes in a flower are very close to each other. That is why they have these petals, sepals and everything very closely. That's the reason why the flowers are very closely condensed. Okay. So, yes, Haripriya?
A slender part between two nodes or joints.
Yes, that is an internode. See this portion, that's what I showed. This portion, this slender long portion is the internode. Why are internodes highly condensed? Internodes are highly condensed only in flowers. There is no reason why. It is just that in flowers the internodes are highly condensed. In stem they are very far away. They are extended. See, one node is here, the other node is here in a stem. So the entire thing is an internode. But in flower there is no such space. They are very close to each other. Nodes are very close to each other. That's why they are saying they are highly condensed. Okay. Now, I hope this slide is clear to everyone. If anyone has any doubt, please ask. Now, yes.
What are the internodes of a flower, ma'am?
The internodes, there's nothing called what are the internodes of a flower. It's just that we have nodes of a flower. The internodes are plain and blank. There are, if you come to see of it, There absolutely is no internode. There is no space for internodes. That's what they're saying. It is highly condensed. Matlab, they are very close to each other. They are one after the other. So there is no space left. See, if you see the parts
Are
of a
the
flower,
nodes petals?
that's what I'll be discussing now. It's not only petals. It is also sepals. It is petals. It is androecium. It is gynoecium. These are all the nodes. So you will hardly find any space in between them. That's why they're saying that they are very closely packed. They are highly condensed. Okay.